Why is it the more sleep you get, the worse you look in the morning? What's that about?
I don't know what that is. I don't, especially when you're traveling.
Oh God, the puff in the morning.
The morning puff.
Yeah.
The morning swell.
No amount of like cold spoons on your eyes will do anything.
Apparently, do you know what a hemorrhoid is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you have another a name for them in America.
This is digressing.
I thought
quickly.
I thought you called them piles here.
Well, we do. Farmer Giles piles is actually what we call
Right.
them. No, but if you use hemorrhoid cream under your eyes, it's like amazing for the lines.
I've heard that's true, but I've heard that it's like diminishing returns, where like you can do it once in an emergency, but if you do it a lot, it'll get worse and worse. It's like drinking seawater.
We've had nurses on who have been using it every day.
Oh,
yes.
Well then I stand corrected. Let's go get some hemorrhoid cream. Am I right? Good time here in London.
I gotta say, I have learned something.
Come on. I'll tell you something else. My favourite fun fact from yesterday was some jellyfishes are immortal.
I've heard that. Isn't that's true of lobster as well?
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. There's some immortal lobsters.
Yeah, I get that. I like the ways lobsters fight. Have you heard about that?
No.
Okay, so when lobsters are so sort of evolved in one way and not in the other, that when they go to approach each other and there's a dominant issue going on and there has to be a fight, what they do is they have a virtual fight and then they virtually know who's won, and then the one who's lost wanders off.
That's brilliant.
And do you know what happens to him then? The one who's lost?
Yeah.
Nature dissolves his brain, so he becomes an immediate subservient member of the new king society.
That happens to me with intellectual fights. When I size somebody up and I'm like, this person is smarter than me, and they're
Who
going
acquired
to...
this information?
I mean, somebody smarter than me.
Yeah,
so I'm not going to question them on it.
Somebody much smart. I feel like the lobster whose brain was dissolved. Anyway, you're here to talk about Trolls 2. Boom.
I mean, just the idea that someone could tell you that there's a species of animal that virtually fights with another one, and that animal then becomes subservient to the idea of anything that the winner wants. Yeah. Do you understand how you're being like the levels of that you would just go and believe that?
Science is science. I mean, there's an ology behind it. It's lobsterology.
Are we the losing lobster right now is what I'm asking.
Well, how do you feel?
That's what I mean. Like, this is a meta...
Can I just apologise for the London traffic,
Is this just a big joke?
What?
Is this a big joke that they're playing on us about these lobsters?
I do feel
I
like
need
that,
answers.
No, I do feel like that a lot with anything science related, because I'm so intimidated by the sciences that I just believe you. If you're telling me, well, there you go.
Life lessons
from a brain surgeon. But I'm telling you that, you put doctor in front of your name and you tell me something and I'm like, well, you must be right.
Well, he's one of yours. The reason I'm sort of in this mood is because he was on the show this morning. He's one of yours. He's from Los Angeles. He's
one of yours.
Yeah, he's which is great.
Well, then
it's a good thing.
If he's from Los Angeles, then he's obviously telling the truth.
Well, he was a cancer specialist. Now he's a neurologist, and he's here to give a talk in town. He tells a great story in this book about the lady who stole Einstein's brain. Hilarious. Well, no, it's not hilarious, but it's a fact. So Einstein's brain was stolen after he was dead.
Okay.
She sounds like a cool lady.
So,
Trolls. It's a family film. Bring your kids.
Yeah, goodbye. Thank you.
And we're done here.
Right, so Poppy and Branch are back.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a lovely story.
It is.
Set the story up, please, if you don't mind.
So Poppy and Branch are back on an adventure. They're Poppy's the queen now, and Branch is a little less grumpy than the first film, but grumpy enough that there's a lot of comedic fun to be had there. And they discover that they're not the only trolls in the universe, and there are all these other kinds of trolls that look different, and they're based around each of them is based around a genre of music, like the country trolls or the funk trolls or the classical trolls or the techno trolls, the rock trolls, etc.
Yeah, helpfully there are 6 genres of trolls, main genres of musical trolls, and they've each been gifted in the past a magical string from the ultimate guitar, and they all sort of treasure each of their own strings in a sort of virtual vault in the theme of their culture. That's it.
Yeah.
But then
you really got it.
I really liked it.
Nailed it.
It's a fun movie.
But then the heavy rock dudess, she's not happy about this. Okay. So what is her quest? What is her challenge?
Well, if you're able to obtain all the strings from each genre, then the genre that you want to be
the only genre
will happen.
Okay.
So you have our dudess.
She's really the Thanos of the troll kingdom.
Queen Barb decides she wants to unite everyone in the way where she wants to steal all the strings and make everyone hard rock.
Yeah,
only one genre. And so Poppy and Branch basically go on a mission to
save all the music so that everybody can have their own.
Okay, but they're playing catch up because she seems to have got to every genre or every world, every musical world, every troll musical world just before you two pitch up. And then the way they're going to dominate, or she's going to dominate, she's not going to unite, she's going to dominate the rest of the troll musical world, is by getting these 6 strings together on this magic guitar, which makes it super magic, and then constructing the ultimate power chord, playing it once, and that should be apocalyptic enough to kill everybody else off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be clear, not kill everybody else off. Just
but turn them into the loser
hard rock.
lobsters.
Yeah,
turn them into the loser
subservient lobsters.
That's what it is.
It all comes back around.
Okay, right, Justin. Is there another Can't Stop the Feeling in the movie? Is that are you contractually obliged to write another amazing breakout song?
I try not to put that type of pressure on myself, but I think the whole soundtrack is what was really cool about this one is like we're touching on we're dealing with so many different genres of music that we're able to cover and write originals in all of those themes. Rock, funk,
K-pop.
I didn't write any K-pop,
but there's plenty of K-pop
there
in
is
there.
some K-pop.
And is it reggaetoni or
there's reggaeton? Reggaeton.
I don't know what it is. I thought it was reggaeton. It's not though, is it?
I think that works. I don't know.
Okay?
I mean. Yeah, reggaeton.
Okay, now you made a few phone calls to get a few pals in to help you.
I did.
It's not an unimpressive list you've ended up with.
It's pretty stellar, right?
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shall we mention?
I'm sure they were also paid handsomely. So
yeah, but they still had to say yes. I wanted to work with you because are you the exec music producer?
I am.
Wow.
I mean, it feels like a grown-up job. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you get your own office on the lot?
No, not yet. Not yet. But I do have a parking spot.
That's a big deal. What number is it? Do you know?
It's not a number. It's just my parking spot every time I go there.
What a flex.
Yeah.
So let's name some names. Who's being brilliant with you from a musical point of view?
Well, everyone from the first lovable film is back. So Anna, the fantastic Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Very much.
I hear she's very good.
She is very good.
I am very good.
If only she were here to ask.
Shockingly great singer.
Oh.
Not shockingly, but
surprisingly good.
But
she can carry a tune, which surprised all of us, to be honest.
No, in all honesty, you continue to impress me with your musical prowess.
Does it get annoying at all?
No,
because she's like really good.
No, she's really good.
Like, hang on, she can do all this and she can sing.
It's fantastic. It makes my job so easy.
A little bit annoying.
No,
not at all. No, how dare she?
How dare you? How dare you?
How very dare you?
How dare you put all of your effort into something?
How does Stapleton fit into the mix?
Okay, yeah, we were talking about people involved. Yes, I couldn't get past Anna. She's just so wonderful. But yeah, James is back. James Corden's back. Everyone from the original cast, and now we have, Ozzy Osbourne, George Clinton, Mary J. Blige, Anderson .Paak, Kelly Clarkson,
Gwen Stefani.
Dierks Bentley sings a song on the soundtrack.
What about Jamie Dornan? What's Jamie Dornan doing?
Jamie's our smooth jazz troll.
Oh man,
he's very funny.
Yeah, he's very funny.
That is hilarious, isn't it?
And SZA is on the soundtrack as well. I love her. And so where Chris Stapleton fits into the mix is we wrote 2 songs together for the country trolls. I think one that Kelly Clarkson sings, and
it's
another,
so good.
It's
but all the songs are so good. I mean, they really jump out at you. The kids are gonna love this one. I can't wait. My kids saw the trailer last night. They watched. Can we watch it again? Can we watch it again? Can we watch it again? They may as well have watched the movie. They can't because it's not out. But they've sort of in flying hours, they've watched the movie. They've already done it there. And so my favorite character in the film is the half cowboy, half horse.
Oh yeah.
it's
yeah.
Hilarious.
Sam Rockwell, Hickory.
Yeah. Sam is obviously.
Yeah, there's something goes on there because that half cowboy, half horse isn't as it seems.
He's maybe not what he seems, but Branch is onto him pretty early on. So there's a lot of lessons to be learned about listening to your
when you
comrades.
This was a huge hit, wasn't it? I mean, it only made $340 million profit at the box
Shameful,
office.
really.
That's all. But you still weren't sure whether there'd be a sequel or not.
No, I mean, I think you never know. I mean, animation takes so long, you know, and there's so many people that work so hard on the animation and stuff that it's like it's just never a guarantee. And I knew that the when they were deciding whether or not they were going to make a second Trolls, it was a question of whether or not they had the like creative right. And then the creative that they came up with, which was this idea of like, what if there's all these other Trolls and they, you know, they're all like based on a musical genre that. You know, the studio got really excited about that.
So are you writing to order? That's what you do, isn't it? It's like a film score.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But you know, some of it, like I said, you're using covers. We cover some great rock tunes, Barracuda, Rock You Like a Hurricane. And then, yeah, you're writing some originals for moments in the film. And also, you know, ones that you feel like can... you know, the idea that all these genres can come together and you're comedic purposes, emotional turns, you know, message of the movie, all of the like.
Can't Stop the Feeling. Was that already in your head, or was that again the commission? Was that like a call to arms?
No, that was written for the movie.
Yeah. So had you not been asked to do that, that song wouldn't exist. So. This could be
Trolls is the gift that keeps on giving. Is what you're getting at. Yes, and I agree. But this, I mean, my thing too is with a movie like this where you're actually, you know, you're writing essentially, you know, all these different genres, but you're trying to make these songs pop in their own way.
Yeah.
You know, I want them to exist aside from the moments in the movie that they're used, and that was the first effort with Can't Stop the Feeling, was like, let's make a song that we just love in general, that pertains to our message of the first movie. So with this one, because we have so much talent, we were able to push the diversity of the sound of the soundtrack, which is loads of fun for me.
If you had to bet some money, like down at the track, on a song from this film becoming, you know, they Can't Stop the Feeling, which one would you put your money on?
You're really pushing this concept.
I just, you know, it's because the conversation's there to be had.
I think, well, for me, I feel like we have 3 songs that are. This one feels more like a pack of songs. Right. I feel like we had one really good one with the last one, one that we really were, you know, proud of and happy about, and I think there's 3 of them that stick out to me. One is The Other Side, which is SZA and myself. Another is Don't Slack, which is with Anderson .Paak, and the third one, which I think is a fantastic song, is the song called Just Sing, which features on the leads, it's Anna, Mary J. Blige, and Kelly Clarkson kind of out front and center, and then the rest of the cast supporting. So it's the whole cast singing
that's some bookending you're enjoying there, isn't it, with those 2 artists?
Yeah, it's tough stuff, really. Me, Mary J. Blige, and Kelly Clarkson, you know. It was bound to happen, frankly.
But because you don't take yourself so seriously, hardly ever, even though you're brilliant at what you do, that I think that helps with the flow, and because you're so sort of humble about it, and you show so much respect, that's got to sort of they've got to feel that, and then you're in the game.
I mean, you should hear the things that she says about them behind their backs.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Oh, I tried to have it just be my track. I was like, I mean, they're just not that good. I mean, why don't you lead with strength? You know what I'm saying?
Did you were you with them in the studio at the time?
No, thank God. Oh my God, that would have been the worst experience of my life.
You feel like you would have been genuinely nervous?
I would have been beside myself. Yeah. It's so, oh my God, that would have been, I'm going to have a nightmare about that tonight.
Well, there's that thing called imposter syndrome, isn't there?
Yeah.
You would have felt the full force of that, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Not that you should, you just would.
Oh, yeah. No, I shouldn't, because I am brilliant, but I would.
Oh my God.
Have you ever felt like that in the studio? Have you ever been intimidated by present company?
Yeah, sure.
Who?
Stevie.
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah, I presume that's what you meant. Yeah, but there are many Stevies, of course.
Yeah, Yeah, man.
We had Snow Patrol in here, and they're an amazing band from amazing
Of
band.
course.
And they were playing live for us, and Paul McCartney was one of the guests, and they just couldn't cope with it at all.
Oh my God!
And
yeah.
they are obviously sublime, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
But the bass player could not. He just couldn't cope with it.
Yeah.
He just like, Paul McCartney, what the? Please no.
Oh.
I gotta say though, I've been lucky because all the heroes that I have met have not let me down,
Which is good.
which is
But
great.
I know. I was gonna ask you, have you ever? But I mean, I guess you can't really answer. But I was gonna ask you, like, oh, have you ever worked with somebody who's like, don't do it like that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Max Martin is notorious for not being happy with.
It doesn't suffer fools.
Yeah, he's insufferable.
Do it different.
No.
Do it better.
I'm kidding. I'm exaggerating. But no, he demands a certain type of. He hears what he hears, and I respect that. But for me, I feel like once you get into it and you just start going, you kind of have to just jump in, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have enough time to think about how intimidated you actually are.
Okay.
But yeah, Stevie Wonder, I peed a little bit in my pants, for sure, at least a little bit.
That's okay. That's more than acceptable, isn't it? Have you seen the Elton John documentary? Or have you heard the story? So Elton John I think he's just played Shea Stadium or somewhere like that, and he gets onto the Elton John jet, whatever that was called, in the 70s, and he goes to sleep for a while, I would imagine. He'd been up a few days. And then he hears somebody playing Stevie Wonder really loud on the plane. So he gets up to shout at them, and it's actually Stevie Wonder playing Stevie Wonder because he's on the plane as well.
So Elton had slept for so long that
He didn't notice Stevie Wonder
He didn't even
getting
know
on the plane?
He didn't even know he was on a plane, Elton.
Right.
And Stevie's down the fuselage.
He was flying.
Yeah, he literally was flying.
He was flying.
Have you seen Rocket Man?
I haven't
Oh,
seen
come
it.
on! Anna, have you seen it?
No.
It's
What is
the
wrong
what-
with you
no.
two?
No, it's terrible.
It's right when all the films kind of came out, you know, because this was like the lot of films that were like for Oscar contention,
Yeah.
right? And so they're released at a certain time.
I know.
I was like full on
Same.
traveling
Same.
back and forth, and just like I didn't get to see it.
It is fantastic. Nobody's too busy to watch Rocket Man. I don't care.
Okay.
You've just been stuck in a traffic jam long enough to watch Rocket Man twice.
That's true.
We need to get it on an iPad downloaded for you. Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Out of 5?
Out of 5?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm in the position to be a critic of anything.
Well, I'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 4. The reason I say this is because Rocket Man, which I wasn't looking forward to as much as Bo Rap, is better than Bo Rap. And
Bo Rap.
And I
Right.
love Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Queen as well.
Okay.
I did see Bohemian Rhapsody in the theater, and the mix was so good. Like hearing those songs that loud, you felt like you were at the concert.
Well, there's a moment in. I'm so pleased for you that you haven't watched Rocket Man, both of you,
Which is funny because funny enough, I referenced it when we were in the mix. We were mixing in a soundstage theater for this, and I was like, it's got to feel like that. I want every song in the movie to feel like you're at a concert.
Well, there's a scene when Elton goes to America for the first time, and he's booked at the Troubadour to play at the Troubadour, and he won't come out of the toilet cubicle because the bathroom because he's so nervous. And then Crocodile Rock. Then he sits down and he starts to play Crocodile Rock. And I won't spoil it for you, but something happens in the film. It's one of the greatest moments in cinema.
Oh, I can't wait.
Love it.
I feel shameful that I haven't seen
No.
the movie yet.
And you've been in an Elton John video, haven't you?
If Elton hears us right now, he's gonna.
He's in Australia. It's fine.
Okay,
Gonna
good.
have words for you.
He will.
Which video were you in of Elton's?
It was a song. This Train Don't Stop Here
Oh,
Anymore.
yeah. Good.
David LaChapelle directed.
Now, in 20, Can't Stop This Feeling was Oscar nominated. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You have also been Oscar nominated. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But of course you didn't win. Now, had you
We're
won,
the loser Lobsters.
No,
Yeah.
I was just going to say.
It really, truly was an honor to be nominated.
Well, had you won, right, I would be asking you where do you keep your Academy Award. But can you keep your nomination anywhere? Do they give you your nomination? Can you keep that anywhere? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
people
I
should know that you've been nominated. So you go to somebody's house, they've won an Academy Award. You can see the Academy Award. You go to somebody's house, they've been nominated. You can't see the nomination.
I'm trying to think of who would be who I would invite to my home that didn't know that.
I always said so the Grammys and all that I send to my mom and let her have them in her house.
Does she
I
have
don't
a
have
room?
any.
Does she have a just-in room?
She's got. I feel like the whole house is. It's like sprinkled all over the house. Like it's like, well, there's that one, and then there's that one. It's very sweet.
Do you know what we did before you came in? because we were waiting. By the way, we don't mind because I got to listen to Abbey Road again. But also before that, we watched The Prank, The Punk.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
No, what?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Tell Anna about your punking.
I'm.
Do you know about this?
Oh wait, when
It was traumatic.
When people were like taking all your stuff.
My house, yeah. Actually, funny enough, now that we're bringing up my mom was in on that.
No way.
And
no,
the thing
that would be.
Also too, like I gotta defend myself a little bit. Like there was a lot of editing, but my mom, she always has dogs. And and they're always like little teacup dogs, and she's religious about her dogs. And they had this thing where the dogs were staying at the house, and they had taken that was what they told me, that they had taken my mother's dogs, and I was like, that's
too far.
Yeah. So, and my mom gets on the phone, and she's like acting this out as well.
But the relief, the sense of relief.
I think the point we're getting at is my mom was pretty cruel. No,
cool,
okay.
cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I don't know.
I would never trust my mother again.
I felt really bad that my mom's dogs had been sent to some pound or something. I was like,
the Hound Pound.
The Hound Pound. Yeah.
Right, we got to wrap up. So let's do another sizzling minute and 2 minutes on Trolls 2.
There's
hilarious,
so much music.
A hilarious adventure
so much comedy
of sorts.
Yeah, it's colorful. And
it's the happiest movie ever. Let's be real.
It's
the happiest movie ever.
Shakespearean
drama.
There's conflict. There's Shakespearean conflict.
Absolutely. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Yeah.
You know, the very fate of music.
There is duplicity, complicity.
Hangs in the balance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's crosses, double agents, triple agents. I don't know.
And there will be resolution. There's both resilience and resolution, which is a fantastic
Through
message
music.
for the kids.
You'll laugh, you'll cry. It's
Who
better
came
than
up with the
pizza.
idea for the 6 strings? Because that is such a beautiful idea.
That's the
animators.
That's the animators, movie makers, directors, producers, all them.
See, because you've got that. It's such a simple. It's a 12-word story, but you go, yeah, okay, no, we're in. This has got at least 90 world-class minutes in it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm always amazed that they come up with stuff like that, because it's like the world of trolls that they've created like has no limits. So the creative minds behind the movie are so cool, and I think the idea of the 6 strings is really beautiful and really simple, and it's also really helpful for kids to understand really clearly like the idea of like all these genres of music, and all the genres of music are at stake and stuff. And yeah, they love the 6 strings. They love the 6 strings, and they love Tiny Diamond.
You're always thankful for all the jobs that you get to do in this industry, because you really are playing for a living, right? But this one is just really special to have like a positive thing in the world that you're a part of. It's pretty awesome, to be able to give that to my son and see how that can be a positive thing for him is like, it's really cool.
It's so funny because I was watching it with loads of crusty, rusty, dusty old journalists, and it's for families and it's for children. Mm-hmm. But we all really enjoyed it.
No, it does leave you. It does. We just got a great idea at a previous spot we were at, where they said we should have a dance floor in the theater for the end of the movie.
An immersive experience is what they call it, isn't it? If you could have, Pop gets the E string, the top string. If you could have 1 string off a guitar, Justin, which one would define you most?
Don't make me choose.
Yeah, I got to.
Don't make me choose,
Kill
man.
your babies, baby. Come on.
I don't know, man. I mean, in my formidable years, hip hop was pretty prevalent. But talking about a genre that was birthed off of sampling jazz and rock and roll, really. So I don't know.
Here's the student talking to us.
No, I don't.
No, it's so good to hear you talk about this.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I was born in the 80s, so I'm automatically going to be, an algorithm of all types of different styles.
It was funny because I came to see you once at Wembley Stadium. Wembley.
Why is that
Wembley
funny?
Arena. I'll tell you.
I'm kidding.
No, it is funny. I'll tell you why. Because I was the tallest person there by about 3 feet, and you came out in an extended platform, and you looked at me because I was so much taller than everybody else, and you say, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I don't know, but I'm having a really good time." And you smiled, and that was it. That's my Justin Timberlake story.
Oh,
Do you like it?
I do. That was some time ago then, if it was Wembley. Yeah.
It was Wembley Arena at the time.
Yeah.
Anna, thank you.
Thank you.
Just very quickly, how is it working on an animated movie? How long does it take you? How much time do you do compared to a movie where you've got to be a human being?
Well, I mean, you do it over a couple of years, but it's just they just call you in like every couple of months, and you go in and you make dumb faces and dumb voices, and you're absolutely shocked at how much of your dumb ideas end up in the movie, which is hilarious. Because, you get to play a lot more because you're in your pajamas and you don't have to wait for lighting and you don't have to deal with your very difficult co-stars. They try to keep us separated. So you get to like...
Well, they did a good job this morning.
No, I'm a hologram. I'm not actually here. So yeah, then you get to like mess around and then they end up putting it in the movie.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.